Hi everyone, this is Tanner. It is nice to be back here, the first video in a while, and I wanted to do it about the announcement that the next movie for the Mario universe is going to be Super Mario Galaxy. And why I'm conflicted about that a bit. So, for starters, why I'm excited. Super Mario Galaxy is one of my favorite video games of all time. It's one of my favorite Mario games here, as you see in this ranking. But it's just one of my favorite video games, and it's really the game that got me into Mario. It's one of the first games I had on the Wii, which the Wii was my first console. So it is cool to just go ahead and to go to a movie theater next year in April and to get a ticket for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Like, that is just really cool. Being a big film fan and being a big fan of Mario Galaxy, like, that's just awesome, right? That's just like a woo moment, right? And to hear the score in the theater, right? To explore these galaxies. It's really exciting to see characters like Rosalina. Hopefully we get Bowser Jr., right? Because he's plays a role in Galaxy. It's just really exciting, right, at the end of the day. But why am I big conflicted? Why am I not fully like, yes, Well, I think it's a bit too early. And one of the things was with the first Super Mario Bros. Movie is that I wish we kind of got more time with Mario and Luigi and more time exploring the Mushroom Kingdom. And the reports early on, this was going to be called Super Mario World. I thought that was great. Okay, his second movie is going to be with Mario, Yoshi. Yes, it might go to, kind of this different dinosaur area, but it's still going to be, on the planet. We're going to be exploring these different areas. We're going to probably have Mario and Luigi, because their dynamics great in the first movie. We don't really see much of it because Luigi's kidnapped. And I was so excited with Super Mario World, which I thought was a sequel. I thought that really made a lot of sense, and we're going to get more of the exploration. And now it's like, oh, we're going to Galaxy, and it's like, okay. And are we going to get much of that Mario and Luigi dynamic? Hopefully, but Mario's going to be interacting with Rosalina, other people of planets he goes to, like. Part of me does worry, are we going to have much of that Mario and Luigi bonding? I also think, too, the other thing is this feels a bit too early because I think you have to build up to Galaxy. And it's like, where do you go from here? This kind of feels like if you went in the MCU, like you had the first Avengers movie and then the sequel is Infinity War. I love Infinity War. It's my favorite MCU movie. But you needed Age of Ultron in between to kind of build up to it. And it's like, where do you go from Galaxy, right? If you go to space, this epic battle, and oh my goodness, all this stuff. That first game feels so cinematic. What do you do for the third movie? Okay, and then it feels like if you go from the first movie's very, like, base level Mario, which I really like the first movie. You had Donkey Kong, Mario Kart, all that stuff. Then you go to space, and then what, we go back here, and I don't know. I'm just kind of interested to see how this all pans out, if you will. I think from a filmmaking wise, adapt Galaxy very well. I think the soundtrack was one of the best parts of the first Mario movie. Same with the visuals. We heard Gusty Garden in the end credits of Mario movie 1, but just to hear all of Galaxy and in the announcement, to hear that theme at the end, yeah, that got me excited. And it is really awesome that we're getting a Super Mario Galaxy movie. I'm just wondering, for the overall structure of this universe, is this really the best move, right? I think if you look at the Sonic films, one thing I really like what they've done is how they went and built up to Shadow in the third movie. You build up to that. I think building up really is important in establishing a universe, which I think Nintendo's trying to do. They've kind of hinted at that. Now, they could do Mario Galaxy at the second movie because maybe they want to do a Rosalina spinoff, maybe spinoffs here and there, and different things, but I'm just very interested to see where this all goes here. The voice cast is returning, which is good. Bowser's probably going to be the villain, right? He's the villain in Galaxy, so my guess is he's going to be free. And I wonder if Camilla or Bowser Jr. is going to set him free. That's going to be very interesting to kind of see how that all plays out. But yeah, overall excited, but just interested to see how this affects the universe structure of the Mario and Nintendo movies. But yeah, I'll be there. It'll be so cool to see. And I hope we get a longer movie as well. And I hope that, Illumination, they're good with movies that are very enjoyable to watch. And I thought the first Mario movie did have some moments, especially in the final act, of kind of some high stakes, if you will. But I really want them to push off Galaxy, make this feel epic. But yeah, we're getting a Super Mario Galaxy movie, y'all. What a time to be a Mario fan, and let me know your thoughts. Until then, take care.